Hi, everybody. What is up with all y'all? I'm here to give you additional messages from the universe. I'm going to be using 2 decks and a whole bunch of oracle decks. So let's go ahead and dive in. You know, it's a general collective reading. This is going to, it's not going to resonate with all of you. So take what apply and leave out the rest. Right? Make sure you check your sun, moon, and ascending sign. Make sure you hit the like button, the notification button, and subscribe to this channel because I'm dropping content all the time and I do live streams, so make sure you check it out. And make sure you comment down below if the reading resonates with you, if you like to pop off and give feedback, if you want to give commentary about this fun music, or if you want to go ahead and give commentary about like whatever, what the hell is going on, you go ahead and shoot your mouth off. And that's okay with me. So, yes. And if you'd like to book a personal tarot reading, in the description box below is a link to my Instagram channel. You can check out my pricing and you can DM me directly to book a reading. Make sure you do it. I have been booking pretty quickly. So, just so you know. So the first deck I'm going to be using, it is going to be a Sorrow's Path, a Tarot's Journey. All right, this deck is no longer being made. So there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and start throwing cards down. So right now we're living in mad times. Things are crazy right now. What's going on? Mad times, Potter. I tell you, mad times. So we're gonna go ahead and just conquer right through this. So these are additional messages you need to hear. Let's go ahead and start throwing cards down. Okay, so I got the 4 of Pentacles. That sounds very about right. I've got the King of Wands. I've got the Strength card. I've got the 5 of Pentacles, reverse. Okay, I've got the Chariot card, reverse. I've got the 3 of Cups. We've got the 8 of Swords. Okay, I'll take these 2. I got the 2 of Cups, followed by the Page of Swords. Alrighty then, and the overall vibe. The bottom of the deck, oops, it is going to be the Justice card. Libra here. This is awesome. So right now, this is more about finding balance within yourself, within your life. So right now, you got to look at this as an opportunity. I mean, you cannot control the world around you. I am not going to be discussing what's going on because YouTube will automatically demonetize my video. But we all know what's currently going on. We all know why nobody can not really go out and hang out. We got to always wash our hands and all that crazy stuff and cough, cough, cough and all that kind of stuff, right? So we all know why. So you can't control the universe, you can't control the environment or anything around you, but you can control yourself. You are more likely stuck in your place, in your predicament, so you got to make the best use out of it. So, and during this time period, you don't have, most of you, some of you may have work, but it may not be intensive 24 hours, but you have this opportunity to start balancing other things in your life. So you're like, all right, so during this time, I may not be able to work, but let me go ahead and look at other aspects. All right, now my place looks like a bomb went off, so let me go ahead and clean the hell out of that, right? Or how about let me go ahead and go through all my clothes. I haven't worn these clothes since, since Hannah Montana was a thing, or whatever generation that you come from, right? So, take this time to start decluttering things, start balancing things out. What is a priority? What is going to be, in the grand scheme of things, what is going to bring you happiness? Do you really want to survive through life, or do you want to live life? That is the key here. So this is going to be about balance, and when you start balancing out things in your life, you're going to bring in good karma. The universe is going to start rewarding you because it's like, yes, you graduated, you leveled up, right? Right, bitch. So with the Four of Pentacles here, you are boarded up, hoarded up in your house, right? And you're in your place, you're very restricted, you know, funds are very tight, everything is very tight. And we're all in the same struggle. We're all in the same struggle. And there's other countries, let me put this in perspective for you Americans of how dumb you are. There are other countries, third world countries, who have a much worse off. Who's been dealing with this shit? Been dealing with this, excuse my language, for much longer than we have. And they are not making a big giant stink about it, you know? Lemonade, by the way. So, boarded up, very secure, insecure. Your walls are up, you're very defensive. With the King of Wands here, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. You could also be dealing with a Leo. This is very phallic energy, and during this time, you may be boarded up, you may be feeling a little frisky, right? Now, you may be feeling very frisky with your partner. You could be feeling wanting to go on Tinder and wanting to be cautious about who you interact with, right? So during this time, you're going to be finding very creative ways to entertain yourself. Well, and a lot of them may be physical, frisky, just say. Now, this is a test, right? With the Strength card, Leo vibe. This is a test. Strong fire sign energy, Sagittarius, Leo, very strong Leo energy. This is about a test to see whether you have the perseverance to follow through. And guess what? You do. You no longer start feeling insecure with the Five of Pentacles reverse. You finally start letting your guard down. You finally start letting people in. This could be physically. You may just go up on Tinder and you may start letting somebody into your house, somebody into your life. There's nothing wrong with that. I do see this test, and this is a test on whether if you're going to let your guard down and whether if you're going to be defensive. Now, I do see here with the Chariot card reverse, Cancer vibe, there's no victory here in this. So this is going to be a test if you decide to let your guard down, all right? Because it's very defensive. So there's no action, there's no movement here. There's no action, there's no movement here. At this time, there's not going to be any action or movement for quite some time. But here's what's going to happen. I do have the Three of Cups here. So during this time, there may be no action. So for some of you that are single, you may be communicating with somebody, and they may be telling you that right now, like, of course, with the times are going on right now, you guys can't interact with each other in person. This person may be scared to want to be in a relationship or to move forward. So there may be like, you know what, let's start off by being friends. I do see eventually socializing, hanging out. This could be just a lot of maybe FaceTime, maybe like a lot of live streaming parties. You know, a lot of people are having like these, you know, live stream, like let's have like a house party where it's like social distancing party. You know, I'm seeing a lot of celebrations and drinkings and good times, but I am also seeing with the Eight of Swords, somebody is in a mental prison. Like somebody has a lot of stress and anxiety. They may be feeling like they're going insane. I'm getting cabin fever. Somebody could be like, I am tired of being friend zoned. I'm tired of being friend zoned. I'm seeing somebody tired of being friend zoned. Because I have the Two of Cups followed by the Page of Swords here. I am seeing a strong Gemini, a Libra, somebody that has their eye on you, somebody that's very obsessive, watching you on social media. This is somebody in your intuition, you know that this person has a thing for you, this person has a thing for you. I'm seeing somebody being friend zoned so hard, they're like, I'm tired of hanging out with you and it's not going anywhere. Like my loins are just they're just exploding. Somebody is coming to the realization that they're in love with someone. Somebody may want to have like a secret wedding, a secret marriage, an elopement. Somebody wants to maybe keep this on the DL. Okay. That was very interesting. So if that reading resonated with you, make sure that you comment down below. I like hearing feedback. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into this. I'm going to go ahead and use another deck. I'm going to go ahead and use Infinite Tarot. Okay. And then let me go ahead and give you the information on here. There we go. So if anybody's interested in this deck, you can go ahead and purchase it. Okay, let's go ahead and start drawing cards down. Whoa! Cards are losing their spaghetti. Okay. So let me go ahead and start throwing cards down now. Okay. So I've got the Tower card reverse. I got the Justice card reverse. I've got the Ponderer. I got the High Priestess. And I've got the Struggle reverse. The overall vibe, it is going to be the World card reverse, so some unfinished business is going to be happening here, okay? And you may be going against the advice of others, okay? So somebody may be telling you some really good advice and you may be not wanting to hear it, you know? It's like, it feels so wrong, but what if it's so wrong, then why does it feel so right? I heard that. Very high school, I'm just going to go ahead and point that out. So I have the Tower and the Justice card here. This is going to be Scorpio Libra vibe. So there is definitely a spiritual awakening that's happening here, and it is really crashing down. And there's no way to rebuild from this structure. It is burnt to the ground. It just full on, like the tower's crumbled down to its foundation, basically with this. And there's no recovering from this. And this has left a bad karmic stain. It feels like whatever action that happened here, it was a bad falling out. And there's bad repercussions that comes from this. For some, this is going to be a breach of contract, not agreeing to the terms with business. This could be like entrepreneur. This is like a contract that you have with like a third party for some of you. For others, this is going to be dealing with a divorce. This is a very bad divorce pertaining to a three-party situation. And yes, you're going to be finding out about the other person, and it's been going on for really that long. Some of you are really wondering of whether if you want to take this individual back, whether if you want to go back into the situation. You're wondering whether it can be saved. It cannot. The High Priestess here, your intuition is telling you something. Now, for you light workers, your spiritual healers, tarot readers, rune readers, you know, astrology, you know, all my spiritual life coach people, right now you're going to be dealing with a really hard hit, and it feels like it's a bad slate. It feels like there's there is going to be a period where it just seems like everything is falling. It seems like it's a cascade of things that's happening all at once, where it's like, you know, a health of a family member, you know, the market crashing, you know, losing your job, going through a divorce. It just seems like it's a cascade of like a lot of things that happen all at once. And it happens to all of us from time and time again. It really does. And you're going to be questioning yourself, and you're going to be questioning of whether if this is even worth it. whether if you should even stay on this track. It just seems like everything just feels hopeless, and I could reassure you that this is a moment that will pass. And you're gonna look on this like 5 years from now and you'll be like, I can't believe that I went through this struggle. You know, like I felt like it was the most traumatic thing. And at the time it was the most traumatic thing. But it will pass. But you have to know that there's gonna be always big obstacles that's gonna come in life. That's a part of when you get older, you're gonna deal with more tragic things, you know. It's less celebrations and more tragedy the older that you get. That is a part of life. So just know that with the High Priestess, with the struggle reverse, that just know your intuition. Things are really sparking off, but just know that it's not going to be permanent with the craziness that's happening here. You're not going to be feeling like it's the end of the world. So I'm going to go ahead and use some Oracle decks. Let's go ahead and dive into that. If that reading resonates with you, make sure you comment down below. I like hearing feedback, right? I'm going to go ahead and use Kelly McLean's Swery Spirituality decks. So I'm going to go ahead and start throwing some cards down, and we're going to go ahead and kind of read you the filth in that aspect. So let's go ahead and see what messages that you need to hear. Okay, I'll take that. And that. Good. And then let's go ahead and take this deck. This is a new deck, so it's taken a while for it to break in. Okay, got this one. Okay, got this one. And that one. Perfect. Awesome. So let's go ahead and get into this. So we've got some days you feel like glitter, some days you feel like goo. Good news, glitter sticks to goo. Then we got don't bend and manipulate yourself to fit into somebody else's box. Just because they put your name on that box doesn't mean that you have to get in it. Hashtag unbox. Remember when you were fearless, you're still that person. Okay. And then we've got what is the thing you are hanging on to the tightest? What is the thing that you have made so important that you think that all other things rely upon that thing's existence? That thing you're clinging to most desperately is often the thing that you should let go of. Frustration, resisting change. Excitement and nervousness are essentially the same energy with different anticipations. Are you confusing them? Worry, resisting joy. Then we got people were afraid of electricity once upon a time. Where in your life are you afraid of the light because candles seem safer? Fear and anger, resisting sadness. Okay, let me go ahead and dive into some next decks. Hopefully those messages resonate with you. I find that her decks do. Always have like a new insight or a new meaning to something. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and use Divine Scarlet's decks, which is going to be the Breakup deck and the Soul Compass Travel deck. So let's go ahead and start throwing down some cards so we can hear some messages. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull cards for the Breakup deck. So this is going to be for anybody that's currently going through a breakup, anybody that's on a break. You should have been over this person quite some time ago and you're still having a hard time letting go of them. So these are my messages to you. Now I'll take these extra cards. Okay. So for the Soul Compass Travel deck, we got meditation and reflection are the best way to receive your messages. They can help block out the ego so you can take a moment to contemplate what you discover. This is in Peru. Lake Titicaca. Okay, and then we got, you may be going through a dark yet enchanting time in your life. It is okay to go down this path as long as you know how and when to resurface. This is in the Czech Republic. This is in Prague. And then we got, as much as you feel the vibrancy of life, shadow energy surrounds you. Have you met your shadow? This is New Orleans, Louisiana, in the USA. Alrighty then, so we got, for the breakup deck, we got take a candlelit bubble bath tonight. You are remembering all the good times. Remember all those bad times. Let go of the situation. Stop wasting your energy on trying to figure out what went wrong. That will lead you down to more torturous pain. Now, do they still love me? Is that what you're thinking? Well, so then stop it. They don't matter anymore, because they sure as hell, they don't want to be with you, or else they still be with you. That's just a reality. So I'm going to go ahead and do one final oracle reading. If those readings resonate with you, make sure that you comment down below. I like hearing feedback. And if you're having a hard time getting over somebody, please comment down below. I like to hear your feedback. And, you know, and sometimes it helps to have that little bit of support system, you know. So let's go ahead and start throwing cards down. I'm going to go ahead and use this final oracle deck. These are additional messages that you do need to hear. Got that. And final card. Okay, those are way too many. Okay. There we go. So these are your messages. We got wait. Don't rush into actions right now. Bide your time for better results. You're in a situation where you can't really move anywhere anyways, right? So you're being helped. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see the results yet. Now, synchronicity. Your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase your flow. So when you see numbers like 111, 1, 2, 3, 4, things like that, that's going to help you, whatever you're thinking about, look up what the meaning that is, and that's going to help you level up in self-forgiveness. Now, let go of old guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child. It's easy to go down that rabbit hole of just beating yourself up, to go in that self-loathing mode. But all you can do is just learn from those lessons and apply those lessons so you don't make the same mistakes again. So hopefully these readings resonated with you. If they did, make sure that you comment down below. Make sure you hit the like button, the notification button, subscribe to this channel. Thank you. I love you guys, and I will see you soon.